Hey guys, welcome to London session. So let's take a look at the pound USD. So I've given some videos before this on how to identify areas where there's money on the chart, right? So I'm not sure if you've seen that video, but that's what I've done during the weekend. I've marked this area, this area. In fact, I put a buy limit here and I put a sell stop here. You can see actually my sell has already been triggered, right? Drawdown of, let's say, what's the drawdown there? Like less than 3 pips, and then uh, I've already closed here, right? So that trade is done. So let's see whether price will come here and give a little bit of a reaction. So again, areas where you can find money on the chart, as I said, of course, is the highs and lows of the day, major turning points, the round numbers. Over here, you have an institutional number that correspond again with the other block here that we'll see a reaction. So that's all the areas that I had marked on my chart during the weekend. Let's take a look at the Euro USD. Alright, so the Euro USD actually had a reaction on this line that I drew earlier, again in the weekend, but the reaction occurred the starting of the trading day in Asia. I was not even looking at the charts, but you can see that, well, it had a nice reaction there, and again it had a reaction on the Thursday's high, right? Not the Fridays. The Friday was almost, I think it was inside bar day, right? So on Thursday it had the reaction. I did not actually had a small trade here. Yeah, I actually had a small trade there, right there, and I sell limit. Right, I had a trade here. But I came out somewhere here, so it did not give the quick reaction that I expected, so I closed it for just a small win. I went there again, tested, and then it came down. Let's talk about this one here. Where does this line come from? Right, looks arbitrary, right? But again, in my previous video, I stated, look at the 4 hour as well as the 1 day bar that gives you a line that cuts through the price action. So here you had on Friday, there was a close here cutting through this candle, right? And as I've said, and I'll say again many times, well, not always, but you often get a reaction at those type of areas. Of course, how big the reaction is, you can't know, but you can prepare for it to come to this line. Obviously, if it comes during the optimal trading time during London or New York session, it'll be better. And usually the daily setup for this is better than the 4 hour. This is the 4 hour, right? However, on the daily there was no such, you see, it doesn't cut through any body, doesn't cut through any body, so there's nothing to look for on the daily. But on the 4 hour, it actually gave a nice reaction, right? So that's the euro. Okay, so you may wonder why I close here, right? So maybe price will go down lower, but I close here because this is actually an area where you'll see some reaction. You can see that there is some reaction now. So this was just a quick scalp, so I get about 20. Well, what was that? Right, 25 pips almost. With a stop. So for this, the stop is just over there, right? 10 pip stop, 25 pips. So it's fine. Maybe we'll go more. In fact, if it can do something and come here during the New York session, I'll happily take a buy, and I like to see the price, go for this liquidity up there. So that's all. So as right, money on the charts. Just all you need to do is every day look for levels, and then just wait that price comes to that level during the good parts of the day. So why again is this a good part? Well, just before London open, it right, to gives you a move that fix another move, right? So you can see that it decided to move up, and right at this level, and then it reverses. So these levels are important in conjunction with the time of day, right? So before London open, you'll see price heading somewhere. You can try to chase it, but I don't recommend it because it's kind of tricky before London opens. But you can wait until you reach a price level just before London open, and that's usually a high probability setup. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. Do subscribe.